money, and smelling like success. We bring in that authentic, flavorful, late-night energy straight to your screen. Don't play with it. Laissez les bon temps rouler. Here's V-Styles.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome back to Saturday edition of Late Night with Styles. I apologize in advance. Obviously a little bit late, but I'm late for a good reason. As I've said on here a few times, we had a scrimmage today, and because of the heat problems here in good old Southern Louisiana, we can't practice until late. So we had some things happen, so I am 13 minutes late, and because I'm 13 minutes late, I'm also a little frazzled, to be honest with you. Missed a lot part of the day of trying to decide what I want to talk about, but I know one thing, two things I want to talk about. Maybe three. Maybe three. What's up, John KY Blue? Here's the deal. Well, you know what? I kind of talked about the whole lawsuit stuff. Dude, this what do you do with these lawsuits and these injunctions and these people trying to get another year in college? And what I'm just trying to figure out this. What if the NCAA really were on top of it? I don't think they could still prevent this because they create a new rule that some people are not happy with. Since some people are not happy with it, now they're going to try to litigate it for long enough where they can at least finish the season before a judgment comes down so they can get an extra year of football, which means an extra NIL. My head is hurting. My head is absolutely is like, what? So I was gonna talk about that, but I'm gonna get off. This is what I want to get on. I'm gonna find out how many people are watching tonight. It's definitely how many Kentucky fans are watching. Y'all, I am. If you watched The Locker a couple days ago, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my man Anthony White kind of shocked me because I was at practice and he started a show and I got on the show and he hit me with the whole basketball transgender thing. I am a humongous, what's up, Cobby Cobb? A humongous WNBA fan. If you don't know, my sister is 12 years younger than me. She was a basketball star, played basketball at Arkansas State, whole gamut. And I'm into WNBA. Definitely into Kentucky women's basketball. Even when Matthew Mitchell was there, I was big in it. When Kyra got it, still big in it. And one player Kyra had was Ryan Howard. When Ryan Howard went to the Atlanta Dream, I became a Dream fan. So I'm a big Dream fan. And last night, Ryan Howard had 23 points, 5-7 from the field in the first half alone on 7 attempts. That's insane. She was hotter than hot. So my question for BBN, I might do a poll on this. My question for BBN is this. And I know Valerie Steele, I know many people will say she's the best player in women's basketball history. I never saw Valerie play. She's there before my time. So I don't know. I've heard she was, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. She was amazing. But I'm going to tell you this. Ryan Howard, if she's not the best, she is clipping on heels. Because what she did for us at Kentucky with the squad she had around her, how many of our women teams won the SEC conference title? I don't know. Now she's killing it in the WNBA. She's not only a shooter, she is a defender too. Ron Howard, I'll say this, Ron Howard in my time is the best women's basketball player in Kentucky history since 1983. And we've had some pretty good ball players. Um, Mathis is one I can think of off the top of my head. What's the forward name? God, I can't think of the girl's name now. The forward we had before Mathis. We've had some really good players, but Ryan Howard, 6 feet, can shoot it, can defend. I want to know what people think from BBN. Is Valerie still the best women's basketball player ever, or is Ryan Howard in the discussion? Ryan Howard should be in the discussion because I don't think Valerie won a conference tournament, and Ryan did it with a eh, support system. They were good, but not South Carolina, LSU type of good. So I would say this, y'all. I want y'all to go and support and watch. I think the Dream play tomorrow. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think it's on national TV. Let me see what if if they're on national TV tomorrow. They don't play tomorrow. When they play Sunday. They play the Fever Sunday. They will play on ESPN, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Watch the Dream play the Fever. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Angel Reese, Leah Boston, Leisha Gray. There you go. I'm gonna hold a pop quiz Sunday night at I guess 11 p.m. Eastern Standard. What am I gonna say? I think 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday night. We're gonna have a pop quiz, and it's not a pop quiz because you know what the quiz is, so it's gonna be a quiz. I'm gonna ask you questions about the game. Watch the women's game on Sunday. That's gonna be a really good game too. I picked a good game for y'all to watch. I didn't pick a run of the mill. I didn't pick the Dream against the Connecticut Sun. I picked the Dream against the Fever, and they're gonna be fighting for a top spot in the playoffs. What they about 4-5 probably? Boy, I am good. They are 4-5. The winner they wouldn't lock down the fourth position, but the winner has a good chance of being top four, which makes a difference. Makes a difference. They would have to play the Lynx in the next round, but at least that first round game would be a little bit better than if they were on their away team. I guess it really doesn't matter. It's a home team. I don't know if the women's have that much of a home. Yeah, they do. Indiana and if they finish 4-5 and Indiana and Atlanta playing each other, it will make a difference because they do have home court advantage. Do you think a lot of this comes from everyone gets a trophy era? See, John, that's so interesting, man. John just brings up. This is why I like my stylistics, man. He is about the John Bruss brings up something that really, really is a thorn in my side. Because here's the reason why. I don't know when it's been a problem for all the kids to get a trophy. When I was a kid playing Little League football, and down here it was called Baton Rouge Community. I don't know what it's called, but Baton Rouge, I don't know what the E is for. What does the E in Breck for? Educational? Well, I'm going to learn something today that I should have known already. What's Breck stands for? Well, it's great for us to, huh? Hmm. Breck stands for Baton Rouge Rec. I wouldn't have gotten it. So it's Baton Rouge recreational. So we played for Brett, and you paid whatever your entry fee. Every player had to pay whatever the entry fee. And with that entry fee, every player got a little trophy and a certificate. That's called a participation trophy. It was a little trophy. It wasn't anything extravagant. It was a little trophy with a little football guy on it. A little, was it wood? It wasn't real wood, but a little base and a little football. And when we had our award ceremony at the end of the year, everybody got one of those things because it was furnished by Brett. So for me, all I know is everybody got in football, everybody got a trophy. And when you play Brett basketball, you play Brett well, T-ball. I didn't go to baseball. Play Brett T-ball. I got a little trophy for every sport. So there is a participation trophy. Now here's the thing though. When you won a championship, only one team got the championship trophy. And that's what everybody wants. Nobody wants a little participation trophy. Everybody wants a championship trophy. So when John say, is this because of the area participation trophy? I would say that where everybody gets a trophy. I would say no, because I was in the area where everybody got a trophy. Now here's the difference though, for me, is when we won a championship, you didn't get anything for it. The team got a big trophy, and that was your ceremony. Now kids are getting rings and this and then trinkets and all this stuff to show that they won a championship. We didn't get that. I don't have any representation of championship. Yeah, no. We did get a little trophy. I take that back. We did get a little championship trophy, but our team paid. Our parents paid for the championship trophy. So I don't know how they got the money together, but after the season, I'm sure the parents pulled their money together, and all the players got a championship trophy. So you got a participation trophy, a little one. Then you got a little bit bigger championship trophy. I forgot about it. We did get a trophy because I have a picture. Yeah, let's see if I can find that picture. So what I think it is we're in an era of people feel like that they should get something for nothing. But I think everybody should get, if you pay to get in this league, you should get some out of it. So I don't know if that's what a participation trophy is, but that's what I take it is. I'm looking y'all. I'm gonna show y'all right here. Let me share this screen. Ooh-wee. Y'all about to see young Hines. Good Lord. Do I really want to show this? Do I really want to show this? I'm gonna show it, y'all. I can remember how to do this. So that's two. Let me make the screen a little bigger, a little smaller. But obviously, I'm doing this live, man, and I shouldn't be, but I want y'all to see the trophy. I think this is my first year trying to make the screen smaller because I was doing something else, y'all. Shouldn't be doing this live, but I am. But who else gonna do it? It's my show. See that? So that was my first trophy. I can't remember what. I think this was one. Whatever. That was my championship trophy. And that was me. That would have been, jeez. What is that? 80, not 80, 83? Maybe 83, 82, one of those. I just embarrassed myself. All right, y'all. Let's get back to regular broadcast. So we got those kind of trophies too. So still was 82 SEC tournament MVP, and you okay, John, I'm wrong then. So still maybe should be still the great. Cobby Cobb says still the GOAT, leading scorer all time in UK, and still has, and that was pre 3-point line. See, but I don't think, was Valerie still, would she have been a 3-point sniper though? The highlights I've seen, she was athletic, but I don't know if she was a 3-point sniper. I don't know if she would have still still shot from the 3 point. I think, excuse me, I think she would have been a midi guy, a midi player. Damn, John, they were that good because the lady texters were in that Kim Mulkey era. The lady texters were incredible. So they lost in the Elite Eight. So is that the furthest is that the team that we have been the furthest with, John? Because I don't think we have been to. Have we been to Elite Eight with Matthew Mitchell? So yeah, I stand corrected. I don't think there's a a way for Ryan Howard to be classified as the greatest Kentucky women's basketball player. If they made it to the Elite Eight and Stills was the MVP and we won the tournament, that's equal to what Ron Howard did. Did Ron win the MVP or did the what's the young lady's name? I can't think of her name. Who made the 3-pointer? Kobe, I don't think it's not that she wouldn't have trained for it. I think there are certain players that are more mid-range shooters. Like even now today, they're still mid-range shooters. I'm not saying that she wouldn't have trained for it. I'm just would she have would that have been part of her game? Hold on, y'all. I'm just learning something new here. Why are they only showing to 81? Why am I not getting more years? So 81, they made it to the regional finals and lost to. Sheesh. The lady Texter put a spanking on that one too. Oh, so y'all? How many years? I think the women's basketball team was around before the 80s though. That's a good one, y'all. That's a good call. I appreciate that. So you're right. They've been to a couple regional finals. 2012, 2013 was the last regional finals. Huh. So I don't know, man. Thank y'all. John Copycat, thank you. Because I was on the verge of saying Ryan Howard should be more in discussion. She's not talked about more. But now, still lead the women's team to the first conference championship. I know. So it's hard for me to say no. So Valerie Steele, y'all, is still certified as the GOAT of women's basketball. And I'm gonna put a stamp on it. I'm putting my own stamp on it because I just don't see an angle, and because it's college. It has nothing to do with the WNBA. It's college, and she has done things that Ron Howard hasn't done. But therefore, Ron Howard has no shot of becoming the greatest women's basketball player in Kentucky history. So it's been finalized. John Whitaker and Kobe Cobb has straightened me out. Now, I sent a tweet out today, yeah. And there is nothing better than seeing some good old tackling drills. It's nothing better than seeing some good old tackling drills. And it brings me back to my concussion. If you're in a tackling drill, any high school players or college players listening, sometimes, guys, you have to be smart. And you can blame it on me. Sometimes you have to be smart. So sometimes when you get in a tackling drill, you have to be smart enough to understand whom is the guy that across from you on a tackling drill. You hear me? Don't go up against someone whom is out of your league and you're not ready for. And I know that sounds counterproductive, but I'm just being serious. Because sometimes you bite a little bit more than you can chew. Now, if you want that smoke now, ain't nothing wrong with wanting the smoke. If you want the smoke, then stick your little butt in that drill with someone whom is going to push you. But sometimes on tackling drills, man, sometimes you have a bad day at school. Sometimes you're not locked in. Be smart. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Because if you do, you might have concussion. Y'all, here, have I told? I might have told the story. I'm gonna tell the story again. This will be 1999. Played with the Bears, 97. Got cut in 98. Did I sit the whole year in 90? Yes, I sat the whole year in 99, but I had workouts. I worked out with about, one of the teams I worked out was with the Rams. That was about, I worked out at least 4 or 5 times. And as I said, if I'll just say this again. So I've said this too. So in the NFL, you play on Sundays. You get Tuesdays off? Now now I can't remember. Is it Monday or Tuesday off? Let's see if it's still the same thing. And everybody has it, so it's a union thing. Okay, I can't remember. It was either I want to say it was Tuesday. I'm pretty sure. Now I'm thinking it was Monday. Reason why I'm saying I think it was Monday, because I think they worked people out while you was watching film. I don't remember. It was either Monday or Tuesday. So I had a few of those workouts. They fly you in, you work out in the morning, then they fly your ass out. So you in and out. So I worked out for the Rams. I had a really good workout for the Rams that 99 season. Yes, right? 99 season? No, it been a 98 season. I had a good workout the 98 season. I didn't sit out 99 season. I would have played the 99 season, however. So I didn't play after I got cut. I didn't play that season. The rest of the season, I had some workouts. So I worked out at least 4 or 5 teams. One of the teams were the Rams. So 99 in the off season, I went to St. Louis for the off season workouts. And I had a really good off season. Like really good. And Dick Vermeil had, I don't know, I'm sure he had with all the position groups. So, or even might have offensive defense. Did we go with our position group or did we go with the whole? We had to go with our position group. That's too many. I'm trying to think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to the story. So I don't know. We went to Dick Vermeil's house for just position group or the whole defense. I can't remember. But there, he pulled me aside and he told me, son, you're doing great, doing a great job. You have a really good chance of making this team. So it was good. As I've said before, when I got signed, Charlie Army, who was the GM at the time, told me point blank, man, you have to. Let's see how you. I can't say it, but basically, you cannot get a concussion. If you get a concussion, they're going to release you. So I'm like, all right, coach. I didn't want to tell him, but I'm like, I can't get another concussion anyway. I promised my fiance that if I got another one, I was hanging it up. So we go to camp. We still doing off-season camp, playing well. I even play a little corner. Made some plays. It got up to Steve Brown. Steve Brown coached with Coach Phillips at Kentucky, and they let me work out with the corner some, which I didn't do that at the Bears. So I'm feeling good about myself. So we get to training camp, still playing well. So don't remember how it was separated, but I wasn't. I was with the backup safeties. So the first group of safeties went up to another field and practiced with the offense. So then they switch. But when they switch, you know how when you're already in a drill and they don't have enough time to stop and explain it? So they obviously explained it to the first group of safeties. And they don't want to stop the flow of the drill. So they didn't stop and they just threw us in. And guess who went first? So I still don't know what the drill was about. All I know is there was a fullback and we were supposed to turn the ball in my estimation. I didn't know it was full go. I didn't know it was whatever. It's training camp, so I'm thinking it's full go. So I went up there, full go, smashed the fullback. Fullback smashed me, and we were both out. And that was my last play. Well, not my last play. I actually played. I actually played in the preseason. Got my first interception, even though it wasn't a regular season game. It's a preseason game. Got my first interception. It was in the game that Trent Green got hurt. The Chargers game. So that's an interesting thing. So the reason why I say that is because I should have done inventory or saw what was going on. First of all, I should have stepped in the back of the line to get an understanding of what the drill was. Second of all, I should have seen whom the person who was coming to hit me was, and I should have took an inventory of should I just what should I do? Should I really try to hit that guy head on, going full speed without braking? Was it really that important to do at that moment? Because if I wouldn't have, I probably would have made that team. If you made that team went on to win the Super Bowl. There's been, that's one moment. See, now I can talk about the negative moment. That was my second probably negative moment. My first negative moment was this, and then we'll get up out of here. I guess this is the story time edition of Late Night with Stop. So, boy, one decision can change the path of your entire life. So, this has been 1990, I guess, 6. 1996, during the football season, my senior year, I tore my labrum. So if you know what a labrum is, I don't know the official, but it's in your shoulder. And if you tear it, it hurts the rotational aspect of your shoulder. Your that ball and socket, it hits it, and the pain is, I can't even explain what the pain is. The pain is crazy. So after the season, I had the choice of getting surgery or physical therapy. I've never been cut on my life. What? All these years of playing sports, I've never had any surgery. Ever. So I said, nah, I'll just work it out. So me and John Fetter, good old John Fetter, man. We he sent me through the ringer. So with that, I didn't work out with my shoulder having an issue. I didn't work out as much as I should have. getting ready for the combine because I was injured. Not that I didn't work out, but there's certain things that I couldn't do. So my agent told me point blank. He said, Van, listen to me. Do not run at the combine. At the time, I was like number 6 corner in the Mel Kiper ranking. I think I was number 6 I think I was 6, not 5. And that was the Westbrook kid that was from Texas. That was Rondé Barber. I can't think of the other guys. But I was 6. I might have been 5, but I know I was 5 or 6. So the whatever you call it, pre-draft rankings had me going, or what mock draft had me going second round to San Diego Chargers. So go to the combine, feeling good about myself. Prepared to tell them I'm not going to run the 40. Well, when I went there, if you know the combine's in Indianapolis, and I guess apparently Indianapolis turf was known as being a slow surface. So I was supposed to not run because it was a slow surface. Well, that year, and this is the way you know peer pressure hits. So that year, they decided to lay Mondo on top of the football field surface. If you don't know what Mondo is a track surface producer, manufacturer. They manufacture the fastest surface for track meets. But track meets substrate or subsurface is usually a hard surface, like concrete. So think of probably a couple inches pad of this rubber material, rubber compound, more, that's simplistic state, but it's more to it. But this little rubber compound laid on top of some type of hard surface. And that's what produces fast times on the track. It's a fast surface, not much give. You don't lose your energy to the ground because the ground is so soft. So all that technical stuff. So they wanted to say, so now laying Mondo on top of the football field surface is going to make it faster because Mondo is the fast track surface. It's not a fast track surface when you put it on top of a slow surface. So never forget, I was actually in the Rondé Barber group, and they peer pressures and saying if you don't, it's basically like if you don't run, you're gonna a lot of these teams are gonna take you off their board. All these coaches and organizations travel all the way here to see all you guys participate, and if you don't participate, it's gonna be a red flag on your whatever your data sheet. And I'm like, damn, I should run. But my agent told me, and here's the thing, we didn't have cell phones back then. So it wasn't like we had cell phones, but you didn't use your cell phone. Like my cell phone's for emergency uses only. And calling my agent about some damn Mondo service was not an emergency reason to call. Because remember, you had nights and weekends. You young people understand. You had nights and weekends. You had a certain amount of free minutes. Back in the 90s, it was crazy. So I wasn't and the prices were crazy. So I went out there and ran. And I didn't run a good time. I think I ran 4.78, something like that. 4.8, somewhere around there. So that 4.8 switched me from a second or third round corner to a fifth round safety. And I only played safety 1 year in my career. And I played safety in college that first year because Melvin Johnson got hurt and his backup was in a doghouse. And they said, since you play a little safety in high school, we'll move you there. Since we already locked in that corner, we had 80-11 corners. We didn't have as many safeties. So Coach Smith moved me to safety for my freshman year. So the NFL said, had a lot of tackles at corner. You like to hit. He ran a 4.7, 4.8. Even though when we came back and had workouts on campus, I ran high 4.4 and a 4.5. I think I ran 4.47. Or was it 4? Man, maybe my agent had me at a 4.45, but the teams who were there had me at a 4.47 or 4.48. So it wasn't I was slow. I just ran slow at the combine. I don't know if anybody heard. Was it Jarvis Landry? I saw a clip of him on Twitter where he said his agent told him. So obviously he's later. He ran a 4.8 or something like that, and his agent called him, told him to fake an injury, so you don't have to run a second one. And then he ran a fast time at LSU. Same thing I did, but we didn't have phones, so I didn't know to fake an injury. And even though I had an injury, I didn't know I should have faked the injury. If I fake an injury, I'm probably not here on Sunday. I mean, not on Sunday, y'all. Friday, August 14th at 11:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, having this discussion with you and talking about this, what I'm talking about. Because maybe I might be a Super Bowl champion with the St. Louis Rams. As I said, man, it is crazy how certain events, and I know this in everybody's life, but in my life, just changed the whole direction and trajectory of definitely my football career, for sure. But everything happened for a reason. And everything happened for me to be in this moment, in this place right now with you guys. And I know I missed a couple comments. Howard definitely conversation, likely second. Okay. She has to be second, Copy Cobb. There's no one better than her. She's got to be second. There's no doubt about it. It's not even close. Unless you can, I mean, y'all, Copy Cobb, you proved me wrong once, maybe you proved me wrong twice. Who's your favorite Kentucky basketball player all time? Captain Lovewater. I'm gonna just tell you right now. If you watch, like you probably new to this Captain Lovewater. My favorite player, and I've only known Kentucky since '93. Is Chuck Hayes. And it's not even close. Chuck Hayes is my favorite player. End of story. There's no one else. Period. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Vale Wright 11. I'm from the Red Stick. So I think that's it, y'all. Again, sorry for the delay. Again, that's what I'm saying, y'all. Had football, probably not as prepared as I should be, but I'm never prepared for these shows. Everything is just off the top, so it makes it authentic. It makes it raw, uncut, uncensored. Although I am trying to slow down on the bad words since I have people on Facebook that's watching. So I try to curtail the profanity to the best that I can. If you watch the Locker 411, definitely the first couple seasons of the Locker 401, you would know that I can curse with the best of them. And I'm creative with it. I'm smooth with it. But I'm trying to cut down. Anthony White mom, Mrs. White, who didn't like it. So I said I would cut it down. Now I know this is my platform. I can do whatever y'all want to do. See I stopped it. I know I can. But I still need to be strong and diligent of trying to run a little cleaner operation. But Captain Lovewater and Vale Wright 11, I appreciate y'all joining the show. Hey, I wouldn't mind y'all following them. if y'all been watching, y'all might as well follow. If y'all have watched more than a minute, that means you are enjoying what you're seeing and you watch and you're listening to. It's good stories, it's good banter. Hit the follow button. And while you at it, hit the follow button on all other social media platforms that I'm on. And if you don't know what the social media platforms are, you will find out in a second when I stop talking and go to the outro. And they're all right there for you. So I appreciate y'all for y'all patience and waiting on me to get here tonight because I was a little late because of football. Y'all there, look, see I have to say I'm a little late, so I'll say this. Y'all, there is nothing like high school football. As someone who has played on all levels, there is nothing like high school football. There is nothing like the community that is created with high school football. There's nothing like you don't know each year what the next class is going to be like. Because, well, shouldn't say that because there's some high schools that go out there recruiting. But in high school, especially like when I was in high school, it's just whomever was in your community. Maybe that year, your community didn't create great football players, but the community is the community, and you play for the community. And there's nothing better than seeing these young kids develop. And the other thing is more than just develop on a football field, but develop socially. Like you can see some of the guys get better with addressing their teammates, their peers. They go from a quiet freshman to a vocal senior. They go from an unsure freshman to a confident senior. Like just seeing the growth of young players, young men, kids to being young man, it's incredible. It is. That's why high school is the best time of your life, man. Period. And to be able to have a little bit of influence on that, man, is awesome. So sometimes there are going to be some days where I might be a little late because I am helping the future. So I was late tonight because of that. So that's what happens, y'all, with me. Sometimes my mind works fast and I get into another topic and I might talk forever. But as I said, I'll go over it again because I think the ending is important. Is again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, share, bring some friends. Next time we're on. Next time is less than 24 hours from now. Bring some friends. Go on all these social media platforms that I'm about to show in a second. And follow your boy. If you enjoyed tonight, I promise you will enjoy tomorrow night, and the next night, the next night, and the next night. Times infinity. So, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you go on to YouTube, hit the little bell, and subscribe to my channel, Driving with Styles. Find me on YouTube. Just type in Driving with Styles. I know it's Driving with Styles, some numbers because YouTube changed their tagging system. But it's Driving with Styles 9. Let me see if I can find it. Since I was late, I got time. Because I don't even know what it is. Be honest with you. Because I saw it somewhere, and I'm like, ooh, it's not just driving with style. Okay, nope, that's not it. What is my official? See right now, it just says driving with style. Okay, I got you. I got you. Can I add? Let me see. On TikTok, I can add it. It is driving with styles 9053. Let me put that in here. At driving with styles 9053. Oop. Why did it kick to there? All right. So I just put it on TikTok. So follow your boy. That's my YouTube channel. Subscribe there, hit the notification button. And then once you do that, it'll notify you when I go on at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I still, and I'm gonna do it. I promise. I'm not gonna say when because I've been promising this day, this, and I still haven't do it. I am gonna do it soon. I got the UTSA. I found some games UTSA has when Will Stein was office coordinator in 2022. I think that's like 3 or 4 games. I'm gonna do a game. I'm hoping tomorrow. So then you can see what his offense is. Because I think the Oregon one to me might be not the one we should look at. I think this is the one we should look at, in my opinion. We'll show that soon. And we can get ready for the season. Because if you don't know, when the season starts on Sundays and Mondays, we do full breakdown every play except special teams. I don't do special teams, y'all. I don't do special teams. And don't ask me about why didn't you show the special teams play. I don't do special teams. On Sundays we do the first half. On Mondays we do the second half. And we look at every play. And if you're on the social media platforms that you're watching right now, I will upload cut-ups. So I will upload what I deem as important plays in the game. And I will break down what happened on the play. So during football season, your boy is high at work. I am working hard. But it's fun for me. And we're going to have fun when I do it because it's going to be lighthearted with some strong comments. So again, see, we went a little bit longer. Oh, I forgot I was late. So midnight midnight normally would be the shutdown time, but since I was late, I don't feel so bad for going over. So like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Again, I appreciate y'all joining me tonight, Friday night, where y'all should be enjoying your time and decompressing from a tough work week. But you chose to spend your now it's the next day for people on the East Coast. Y'all chose to spend your last minutes of a Friday with me. Happy Saturday to y'all on the East Coast. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same station.